Good evening, everybody, and welcome here to Laconia High School for today's NHIAA Division III girls soccer game between the visiting Gilford Golden Eagles and the home team of the Laconia Sachems. My name is Devin Paslasny. I'll be calling all the action here over the course of the next, I think it's 80 minutes, but in regular soccer it's 90, so I'll just say 90 minutes as we are getting ready for an action-packed game. Laconia, white team on your left, is ranked number 13 right now in the standings, and Gilford, the blue team on your right, is 12. So they are pretty equally matched as far as season stats. The talent-wise, though, I'm not sure. I've only seen Gilford compete once last weekend against Belmont at their homecoming, if you remember correctly. That is a part of our Triple Crown homecoming coverage here for DPPG sports coverage. But as far as the girls from Laconia, I'm not 100% sure. I know the head coach over there, Coach Sleeper, he was actually a teacher of mine last year. And if I have an idea of what he's planning right now, we're in for a really good game. So over the course of the next two 40-minute halves, so 80 minutes total roughly, we could have a lot of things change. The weather is one of them. Right now it is 71 degrees. There's a nice breeze coming across the field, partly cloudy skies. The remnants of Hurricane Jose is coming up the East Coast right now. It's supposed to spin off and not really touch the Lakes region area here in New Hampshire, but there is a possibility for a couple brief rain showers. So if it rains at all, that adds a completely new element to this game, as this is on turf, not grass. But we'll talk about that if we have to, well, I guess if it's appropriate. Alright, you see the two teams. Actually, you don't really see Gilford. There's the Gilford. In their huddles here, getting ready, giving each other the pep talk, making sure everyone's on the same page as we're ready to play some high school soccer here. Once again, my name is Devin Paslasny. I'm the only guy up here in the booth today, actually on top of the tower, and we're getting ready here. So let me throw my other earbud, loosen up the tripod a little bit. Gilford in blue, Laconia in white. Laconia is the home team here. Ready to go. There's the whistle. And we're underway. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be white ball here. Right here in front of us on the tower. Down the line to Gilford's possession. Knocked down. Laconia still has it here. Ooh, through the legs of the Laconia player. Gilford's able to get to it first. The football field and the football field here and the soccer field are kind of roughly the same length. The soccer field's a little wider and actually maybe about 2 feet shorter on each end, but I'll try, if I use the yard lines, then now you know why I'm saying, obviously the 50 is a 50 on any field, but or court or playing, but with soccer here, if you hear me say that at all, now you know why. I mean, it's pretty obvious, too. The white is prominent on this field. Laconia had Gilford kind of come into their zone early on here, but now Laconia is making a charge into Gilford zone. But now here comes Gilford as soon as I say that. Sends it up. Oh, and offsides is called there. That may not be official for soccer, but announcing it so many times, you start to learn things. Laconia will have the kick going out here. Number 18 for Laconia coming up. Sends it, and it will go out of bounds just past the keeper, and we'll have a corner here. So many memories on this field. Last year, DP Production Groups was here covering the semifinals and the finals for girls soccer for Division III here. Inside the 6, it will get cleared out. So when actually, back inside, and the keeper grabs it. So actually when number 18 was bringing it down, it reminded me of, I want to say it was Bridget Winters. She was part of Hillsborough Deering last year against Fall Mountain. Unfortunately, all odds were stacked up against them, and they were able to get a couple goals on Fall Mountain. And it was that one area number 18 for Laconia was at that Hillsborough Deering was able to get. I believe it was the first goal of the game. It's actually in our opener, so bookmark the time that you're at the game. Go back to the opener. You'll see the video of it. She kicks it, gets it in the goal, turns around, starts celebrating. It's a great memory. Out of bounds on the Laconia end line here. We'll have a kick coming out for Laconia. Hoping to come back here in November and cover those games once more. I actually have to start to arrange that with the NHIAA to get all the permissions and such. Out of bounds on that far side. And it will be Laconia's ball still. Gilford has it around the 40-yard line. Now we'll break through the Laconia defensive line there, but Laconia is actually able to stop him and bring it down, kicks it up to the 30, and it will roll out of bounds in favor of Gilford. Gilford up the middle here. Laconia will turn it around. Now Gilford tries to send it back, but unfortunately won't make it work. Now, I said earlier I may not be a coach. Not an official, but I'm also not a coach. But I will say, from watching so many games, bringing it up the middle really doesn't work. Gilford with the throw-in on that far side. In the Laconia end of the field now. Laconia will try and clear it. Gilford turns it back around. Inside the 18, shot going to be taken, and it will bounce just wide of the net. Open goal, though. Keeper came out. Kick coming out for Laconia. I will say in the first 7 minutes of the game so far, these teams are, I believe, are pretty equally matched right now, which is good and or bad. Ball inside the 18, keeper will grab it for Gilford's keeper will grab it. It's good and or bad because if you have that one moment that the ball gets by into the net, the other team might have a hard time recovering. Gilford coming into the top of the 18, and the Laconia keeper will grab it there. But it's also good because it makes it anybody's game. This is going to be one of those games where it can go any way, as we're seeing both ends of the field being played here. Gilford will take it after Laconia tried to cross it there. Now Gilford has it. Sends it back out to the outside, she'll send it up the line here. Keeps it in bounds. What a move there. Oh, you hear the wind in the microphone there. And Laconia's going to chip it. Is it going out? Nope, Gilford will hold on to it. Wow, what a moment there. Here comes Gilford's number 18. Shot taken far side, and it will go far side of the field over there. I have the external microphones on, or the internal microphones, I should say, on in the microphone. I thought we'd get a little bit more crowd chatter. Second half of the game, I might turn that off because I believe it is that microphone is picking up the wind. Kick coming out from Laconia. And out of bounds right to Coach Sleeper's foot. Gilford ball here on that far side. Thrown in. Into the corner here. Laconia is going to have room and time to try and get it out of their zone patiently. Out of bounds there. It'll be Gilford's throw. And the ball goes out the end line to be a goal kick. And now the sun's coming out. Not many shadows on the field, but it is coming. Right to a Gilford player there. They'll turn it around. Taken off the foot of the defender, right back to Gilford. Now they'll try even harder. Gilford, sent out to the outside line. Can the Gilford player keep it in? No, she cannot, and it will be white. As I said, the sun's coming out. The glare is coming out as well. I literally looked at my sunglasses as I was walking out of my room going, it's supposed to rain. We're not going to need those. Yeah, bad choice. My point for telling you that is I apologize if at all the coverage gets a little squirrely. For those of you who watch the Gilford homecoming game, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. There were some moments there where the ball went off screen, like, let's say, I can't do it right there. Goes off screen or something. Inside the 6, Laconia there with the cross. No, it'll go out of bounds. There was a couple moments at Gilford where the ball went out of screen and then I had to jolt quickly to catch back up. It was just because I was battling the sun glare. If you go back through the history of DP production groups, sun glare is like the number one word used ever in our coverage. Whether it's with Racing Hotspot or soccer, it's sun glare is the issue always. Out of bounds here, it'll be Laconia's ball right in front of us. That's why I prefer night games. There's no sun glare. Out of bounds. Speaking of night games, in about a month or so, actually, October 27th, we'll be back here, DP Production Groups, back here at Laconia High School for, I guess, really Friday night football, which is pretty cool to say. We got Belmont, or Gilford Belmont football versus the Laconia Sachums. That'll be pretty cool to film and cover. It's a brand new sport to me. Let's just say I've been watching a lot of NFL games on the weekends to try and get the lingo down and make sure come October 27th for Friday Night Lights, I actually know what the heck I'm talking about. So yeah, that coverage will officially be announced in a week or so. So for those of you watching the game, you guys just got like an inside look to what we have coming up. Laconia Gilford continuing to battle each other on that far side. Stays in bounds. One of the beautiful things I love about turf fields. If you kick it up the line and you have good enough accuracy in your foot, you can have that ball run straight down the line, all the way down, just because of how level and flat it is. Laconia will send it up. These two teams, like I said, pretty well matched. Coming up the middle now. And the Laconia keep will grab it. She'll clear it out here. Gilford player right there, number 10, head of steam through the middle there. She was going. Nobody was stopping her. It will bounce just out of bounds there. People are texting me. I told them I couldn't talk right now. Having problems. Laconia comes up here and is going to roll out of bounds. Notice that I've gone a little wider just because of the sun glare issue. I don't want to lose anything. So my apologies. I know you guys like the close coverage, but I don't want to miss anything for you guys. Go for with the throw in here. Down the line. Laconia coming. Gilford trying to stop him, keeps him in bounds. Ball will skip. Oof. Gilford throwing here. Ooh, chip over the defense there. Gilford player comes up the middle. Shot on goal! And it's in there. Gilford with the first goal of the game. 26 minutes to go here. So that's... I'm going to do the quick math here. I got this. 14 minutes roughly into the game. Gilford with the first goal. Sorry, I was never strong in math. Although I am learning to just look at the clock and know exactly what the times are. Laconia right away sends it into the Gilford end, but Gilford will knock it down. As the sun starts to set, the glare or the shadow of the stadium, you see me right there on the top of the stadium, actually in the shadow. Oh, breakaway from Gilford here. Crosses over into the middle. One touch. Gilford trying to clear it out. No, goal by Laconia. Quick redemption there. Within 16 minutes into the game, the score is now 1-1. Folks, guess what? We have a game. This is getting good. See, that's what I was saying. You know, two level teams can mean for good and or bad play, but so far it's been good play and I'm enjoying it. Gilford with the return, but Laconia will knock him down. A little poke there from Gilford, and he'll go out of bounds. Not a good day to wear a black shirt when you're in the sun. Oof. Laconia chips it up and in. Here comes Gilford, it chips off, and it'll be Gilford's ball. And we got a sub, number 16 leaving, and I believe that is 25 coming on. She's getting closer. Hold on. We'll see her number. It is 25. So 25 on for 16. Wow. Good kick up by Gilford there. Down the line. Bounces out of bounds. It'll be Laconia's ball. Wind is starting to pick up. There's some pretty dark clouds around us here. Check the radar in a minute here as we're 2 minutes away from half of the first half, so 20 minutes. 20 minutes down, 20 to go. Inside the 18, Laconia trying to do something. Won't do anything though. Laconia sends it back in. Gilford chips it back, right back to a Laconia athlete who she'll send it across over to a Gilford player. Now Laconia back at it. You know how in some of the video games you have the you go, oh, inside the 18, number 18 going at it. They'll go with the keeper, and the keeper will grab it. Just at the top of the 6. My point to that, by the way, was in some video games you have you try and get levels, and if you don't succeed, then you reset to another point. Well, I felt like that's what we were just seeing with Laconia. They literally, it would get sent inside to the 20-yard line or so, and then it would come back out to the 50 to a Laconia player who would send it back in, and then send it back in, come back out. It was like going back and forth. It was kind of fun. What was the point of me saying that? I really don't know. Ball's going to stay inbounds over there by the substitution area. Gilford with the run here. Oh, the whistle's going to blow. Told you I'm no official. I'm not sure why. I think that's offsides. I actually believe that is offsides. Here comes the kick cleared out from Laconia. Down the line, or inside. I just said down the line, referencing the football lines. Sorry about that. Gilford continues to knock it down, but Laconia also knocks it down here. Whoop, Gilford's going to get a run. In line with the defense. Oh, and it just barely skips out on that far side. We got a couple of subs. Number 7 for 20. I believe that is 18 for 8 for Gilford. Both for Gilford. Shot going to be taken, and it will go out of bounds on the far side. 19-25. It's a good year, wasn't it? I don't know. I wasn't born. That is the time left here in the first half. Going to the radar here real quick. Let it load up because it takes a minute. And top of the 18, Laconia trying to knock down Gilford. Gilford's just very persistent. Gilford sends it in to the 18 once again, and Laconia is going to knock him back out to the 20-yard line. According to the radar, all rain is in Massachusetts right now, so well far south of where we are. Gilford going to knock it back down to the Laconia emblem on the field. The whistle's going to blow. I'll have a blue throw here. Right back to Laconia. Gilford throws it in. Laconia knocks it down. Takes the ball. Wow, what a shot there. Back to Gilford. Laconia trails it back into their zone. Gilford on their heels. Gilford coming. Shot taken off the outside of the goal. Laconia going to have a kick going out here on the point or the corner of the 6-yard box. Right to a Gilford player, but Laconia's defense is going to knock that right back. And it will be a blue throw on that far side. Gilford trying to do something here. Laconia lets it roll out of bounds, and we'll have it will be a kick coming out for the goalie. We'll have a sub here. Number 13 off. I'm not sure who came on. I think it was 20, but I might be wrong. Here comes a kick coming out for Laconia. Laconia sending it up the line here, trying to untie this game. Shot sent in with no force at all to just the outside of the 18. Here's the shot over. Back into the D of Laconia. Laconia defense. Will go out of bounds, and it'll be Gilford's throw. Now we'll have a sub. Number for a number. Number 16 for Laconia. Keep gets it. I believe that's 28 over on the bench getting off. Out of bounds on that far side. Gilford's ball. 15 minutes left to play here. Gilford trying to do something. Laconia will take it, clear it. Sent up here. Gilford will turn it back around now. Ball out of bounds. Gilford throw. Inside the top of the 18, shot, and it's in there. Goal for Gilford. "12 minutes left here in the first. So the 28th minute here in the first half. Gilford now looking at 2-1. If the track record shows anything, and I'm not going to say it, we're going to jinx it. Laconia bringing it up. Laconia is number 24 on the outside of the 18 there. Looking. Sends it back to the 9, who will chip it in, and the keeper will grab it there. The Suns picked a spot behind the clouds now. I'm not arguing. Ball will go down. Oh, out of bounds there. I thought for a second they were going to let that go, and I was going to be like, wait a minute, what? No. Gilford sub, number 20 for 7. Right in front of us here, Laconia's D trying to keep it in. They will. Laconia with the throw in there. Gilford first to it, though. Down the line here. Laconia trying to do something here. Gilford does not want them to do anything. Just outside of the 18, Laconia there. Gilford will turn it back around now. And the wind is picked back up. Like I said, just like the sun, I'm not complaining. Oof. Whistle blown there. I believe that motion means, I want to say contact, but that's not right. So we're going to have a kick from Gilford going in. Here comes the kick. Gets by the wall, but the Laconia defense will knock it down as well. Now, Gilford trying to do something. Laconia doesn't want them to do anything, and they want to go all the way down here. Now, across the 50 into the Gilford end. The ball will jump back across the 50 into the Laconia end. Now, Gilford has possession. Laconia sent it down. There's a Gilford defender there who will turn it. They'll go out of bounds right here in front of us. Number 11 from Laconia will take the throw. Up the line, and it goes out of bounds. Gilford's ball. Gilford, Laconia, side by side, coming into the Laconia end. Ball will roll out of bounds, and it will be Gilford's possession with a throw-in down here. Right back out of bounds. Sorry. And it will be Laconia's possession coming out. Ball will be chipped out. Now Gilford turns it back around, but Laconia will clear it down past the 40-yard line on the other side of the 50, and will roll out of bounds to be Gilford's possession. Now we got a sub here. 16 coming off, and I believe that is 28 coming on for Gilford. Yes, it is. 28 coming on, 16 off. Ball goes out of bounds, and it clears the fence line that separates the fans from the field. Gilford will send it up the line, and it will go out of bounds to Coach Sleeper's foot again. Sorry about that. The zoom kind of got away from me for a quick second there. Laconia slowly making progress upfield. Looking to move around. Down into this corner here. Turning. Gonna try and get it away from the Gilford defender. They'll send it into the middle of the Gilford defenders. Now Gilford will try and move it out. Through the legs of the Gilford player, Laconia making advancements slowly. 6 minutes left to play here in the first. Coming up here, Gilford and Laconia side by side. The keeper, it's loose in front of the open net, but Laconia will take it, turn it, and out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick. Number 7 coming on for Gilford. Number 25 coming off. Another substitution here. We'll have a goal kick coming out here for Laconia. Hear the wind in the microphones is picking up. A strong enough wind can mean for any open air kicks can easily be redirected. Inside the 18, Laconia will send it long, and it will go out of bounds on this close corner. Wind also makes for horrible noise in the microphone. Inside the 18 here, Gilford with the kick to cross it. Laconia trying to clear it out here. It'll go out of bounds. White ball. We'll have a couple subs here. Number 10 and number 9 coming off. Number 17 and number 21 coming on. There's the throw for Laconia. Kept inbounds. The ball sent up over the 50. Oh! The Laconia player, okay, gets up. Right back in the action. Crosses it into the middle. Laconia trying to keep the Gilford player off the ball here. Just as a reminder, 2-1, Gilford on top. Laconia wants to tie it. And of course, winner gets max points in the standings. A tie would give, I believe, equal points to both teams. Still learning the standings, how those all work. Coming inside, top of the 18, Gilford right there. Cross with the shot, and it'll go wide. As the scoreboard stops at 2 minutes, we go to the officials' time and wait for the end. They have to be over. Ball knocked out of bounds there. It'll be Gilford's error, giving the ball over to Laconia. Now the ball goes out of bounds there, and it will be Laconia's error, giving the ball over to Gilford. Gilford trying to do something. Laconia also trying to make sure they don't do anything. In that corner with the cross there, Laconia's defense chips it away and into the corner. And we're going to have a corner kick here coming from Gilford. Oh, the excitement. Crossed inside the 6. Laconia will knock it down. Back out to the corner. And it will become a goal kick. Just kidding. It'll be Laconia's ball with a throw in there. Gilford with the shot. Downed by Laconia. Look with another shot. And the keeper for Laconia grabs it. And there you go, folks. That is the end of the first half action here from Laconia. It's 2-1. Laconia trailing Gilford by 1 goal. So that is the end of the first half. Like I said, Gilford leading Laconia 2-1 as of right now. We got another 40-minute half coming up. So on the other side of this quick little fade, you'll see how we do this. We're going to take a quick fade, and the second half of action will start right now. Well, welcome back here to Laconia High School for second half action of today's NHIAA Division III girls soccer game between Gilford High School and Laconia High School. Pretty sure the logo on the field tells you where we are. We're at Belmont. No, I'm kidding. We're here in Laconia at Laconia High School. So far, it is 2-1. Gilford leading the Sachems. And we got another 40 minutes of action coming up right now. As I stated earlier, Gilford 12th in the standings, Laconia 13th, and so far we've seen that these guys are pretty well equal, which is making for an amazing game. Gilford in blue, Laconia in white, as Laconia is the home team. Here we go. Second half is underway. Once again, my name's Devin Poslesny. I'm here on the mic and camera. And the only one on the mic. And if it makes you feel anybody at home feel better, the sun has basically gone away because we've gone to cloud cover. I feel like the lights are starting to come on, but I could be totally wrong. But anyways, there's no sun glare is my point. So we get to enjoy. Gonna have a goal kick here coming out for Gilford. 45 seconds into the second half here. Don't forget, for those of you who do not know, halftime we switch sides. So Laconia is going to the left and Gilford's going to the right. Trying to make sure I cover all my bases here. And during halftime, I meant to look up the points, how points work for the NHIA standings. I didn't. So I know you win, you get max points. If not all. Shot on goal off the post. Another shot, and the Gilford keeper dives and grabs it. Wow. As I was saying, you win, you get max points, if not all the points. You tie, I'm not sure what happens there. If both teams get equal points, I can definitely find out after the game, just not right now, because I'm in game. And my resources are both in games right now. The boys soccer coach at Belmont, he's playing Laconia actually. And the other one is across the field in the red hat coaching Laconia. So actually, and the third one, I believe he's in practice right now at Belmont. So my resources are a little busy at the moment. Laconia trying to do something here. They just cleared it out of their zone. And Gilford takes it right on back and says, we're not done yet. Gilford trying to do something. We'll send it inside the 18. The Laconia keeper will grab it. And now they'll clear it out. And now Laconia has their shot. Takes it. Sends that player, number 14, sends it off 10. Now we're back over on the other side in the middle. Gilford defense going to take it and clear it. Laconia will knock it down, though. And the Gilford keep will grab it. And now we have a breakaway. Side by side, the Laconia defender and the Gilford defender. The keeper will dive and grab it there just at the top of the 18. He'll go out of bounds here. Laconia player takes it, turns, sends it down into that corner. Bounce, bounce, side by side, and he'll go out of bounds. Gilford will have a clear out here. That moment when you're announcing a soccer game, your phone goes off and it's your grandfather calling. Hey, can't talk right now. At a soccer game. Anyways, back to the game here. Gilford takes it, sends it out, right back to Laconia. Laconia will send it back inside the 18. Sorry if I'm talking really, really quickly. My number one sport is racing. And obviously in racing, you have to talk really quickly to keep up. I've gotten a lot better. Last year when I announced soccer games, I think I sounded like one of those, I want to say European soccer announcers, but I was like, I was quick, and it was good because people could kind of understand me. Corner kick there, shot off the goal. Rebounds there. Now number 14. Oh, and the 14 and the goalie collide. And the whistle was blown to stop the clock. Gilford is being called back. The trainer is on the way out already. That was a big collision there. Number 14 and the Gilford goalie off the rebound there. Corner kick came in, shot off the keeper, came back out. They went and got it back inside right outside the 6-yard line, and they collided going for the ball. Laconia athletes being called back. Gilford athletes being called back as well. And we are in a holding pattern here at Laconia High School. Clock has been stopped at around 34 minutes and 19 seconds. We'll keep the camera wide just so. Number 14 from Laconia being carried off the field by a couple of her teammates. Athletic trainer right along with them. Round of applause all from the crowd here. And Gilford also applauding number 14. All right, well, Laconia athletes returning. Coach Sleeper making another game plan, subbing the player in for number 14. Hopefully, number 14, she is okay. Hopefully she is. Back to action, though. Gilford keeper will have the clear out there. And we're back underway here from Laconia. Laconia definitely putting on the pressure here in the second half. Oh, and the ball will get cleared out. And I believe we'll have a corner kick. Oh, no, wait a minute. No, we won't. We will have a throw in here from Laconia on that far side. Goes right back out of bounds off the foot of the Gilford athlete. Gilford trying to clear it out once more. But Laconia does not want that to happen, obviously. Ball goes out of bounds into the bags of the Laconia athletes. Sub number 11 in for number 5 for Gilford. Inside the 18, Laconia there. Gilford trying to clear it. Missed there from Laconia athlete. Now Gilford trying to do something. It'll go out of bounds off the foot of the Laconia player, giving the possession to Gilford. Back into the Laconia zone. He'll knock it back down, but Gilford says, we're not done yet. Ball will roll out of bounds. It'll be Gilford's throw in once more. Ball goes out of bounds once again. action getting close here. Out of bounds, and it will be now Laconia's ball. Laconia will try and clear it out. Gilford trying to do something here. Now we got to run, making sure she does not cross the line of scrimmage. Crossed in front, and the keeper will grab it. That's the one thing a player has to make sure they keep an eye on when they make a run. They don't go onto offsides territory. They stay on sides. That is the big thing. Oh! I believe that would be considered a trip. Not sure, though. We'll have a kick coming in. For Laconia. Kick sent in right to the Gilford player. Laconia will turn it and redirect it right there. Out of bounds, and it will be Gilford's possession. Coming in, here comes the Gopher player. Shot deflected by the keeper. Well done. Just got a fingertip on it just to get it away from the way it was going. Very well done there by the keeper. Now we got a corner kick coming in. From Gilford. Here comes the kick. Short pass, back to the outside. Here comes the whale of a kick. It's going to go up and over the net. Couple more feet to the right. It went through the goalposts. Keeper clears, or goal kick out there. Oh, through the defense. And the keeper will grab it. Ball still alive. White ball on the far side there. Gilford coming back across the middle now. Shot taken across the open mouth of the net, and it will go out of bounds. There was no connecting pass there. The ball was unable to make its connecting flight to the goal. To Laconia's benefit, though. Gilford not letting up. Shot taken right to the keeper, and she'll grab it. That was a really close call to not be a handball. The ref on this side saw it as well. Laconia will clear it out of bounds. Gilford across the 50. Laconia will send it back over. Now Gilford will send it back across the 50. How many times can you say 50 in a sentence? Should we keep a count? Kind of like the out of bounds, like Gilford on Saturday for both the boys and the girls game at the homecoming games. Gilford on the outside, coming, and the keeper will grab it, land on it, and take it. How many times I said out of bounds at Gilford for their homecoming games between Belmont? I don't even know. White coming. Here comes Laconia. Crosses. Gilford clears it. I don't think we're done yet, though, guys. Momentum has its shift every once in a while. Crossed over to an open. Oh! Offside's called. Ooh. See, that's what I was trying to say. You got to play that fine line of a breakaway or not. Or a breakaway and an offsides play. Kick cleared out. Now Gilford has a break. Shot taken! And it's in there! Goal by the Golden Eagles. For the Golden Eagles. By the Golden Eagles. For the Golden Eagles. Gilford gets another goal here. Fifteenth minute of play here. 25 minutes to go. The Sachems now trail the Eagles by 2 goals. We'll have a throw in here from Gilford. I think I just heard a train horn behind me. That's why I'm laughing. Gilford breaks through, but Laconia's got a... Oh, no. Gilford with another run. Shot taken. The keeper will grab it. Ball loose. Now shot taken, and the keeper... Not the keeper. Defense will knock it down. Ooh. And now we'll have a kick coming out for Laconia here. Ball gonna come into the stands here. That's different. Once again, clears the fence between the fans and the game surface. Gilford will send it up. Down the line here. Gilford gonna take it. Trying to keep it in bounds will not happen, and Laconia will have a throw-in down here. Ball sent out of bounds once more. Another Laconia throw-in. Inside the 18 here. Laconia with the shot! Oh, and it's just, oh, another amazing save. Shot off the crossbar! And I believe they are calling it a goal. Oh, boy. What a crazy couple seconds there. I think it was off that crossbar and knocked back down, and I think it was right on either just inside the line or right on the line, but the ref called it. Throw the arms up. signaling time is over, or time is stopped. Well, it blows the whistle for a goal. Now, it's 3-2. Laconia trailing by 1 with 21 minutes left here in the second half. Oh. Two players collide right here. Number 10 from Laconia and 16 from Gilford. The ref stops play just to make sure they are okay. You know, the whole situation of concussions and such in recent in recent memory and history, we have had the concussion wave, I'd like to say, and in high school sports especially. So refs and officials and coaches are always being more aware of head-to-head collisions, because these high school athletes are still high schoolers and students. So whistle's blown, substitution coming in. We'll have another attempt at a throw in here from the Golden Eagles. Gilford trying to just continue to pull away with that lead, as Laconia wants to get it back in the back of the net to tie it up. I know a lot of people, I mean, when I'm talking to people at school, they're like, oh, it's just a regular season game. What's the big deal? And as I was saying earlier, the whole point situation, your standings, shot taken, going to go wide. Out of bounds on that far side. Where you are in the standings determines where you start the playoffs, whether you get a first round bye or if you're playing somebody in the first round. So, yes, it's just another regular season game. But as I said, with the whole point situation, you win it, you get points. That helps you in your standings. Both these teams are deep in the standings, 12 and 13. So I believe that means they'll both, as of right now, make the playoffs, because I believe it's the first 16 teams, if not more. But you want to obviously be higher in the standings, because higher in the standings gives you a better playoff bracket in a way, because you will most likely get a first round bye, and then you'll have other things come your way where you will most likely play, I don't want to say easier teams, but teams that are down in the standings, making it your playoffs a lot easier. So these two teams are playing so hard right now because points are everything. And you win, you get points. You lose, you don't get points. You tie, like I said, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe both teams get equal points. So these teams are playing so hard because right now Laconia is in one goal of tying. And if what I'm saying is correct, that means both teams will get equal points, which is great. Right now, Laconia is looking at it going, tie, we get points, guys. But Gilford's going, tie, we don't get max points, which is what we need. Ball sent down that line. I'll continue my thought in a second. Laconia making a run. Inside, shot, and it'll go on the outside of the net. Because it's all about the points. Yes, it's another regular season game, but all these regular season games add up to that postseason. I cannot say with confidence what these teams did last year in the postseason. I do not believe Laconia made it to the postseason. I think that Gilford did, but I'm not sure. Kept in bounds, and it'll bounce out, and it will be Gilford's ball. Number 7, substitution here, Gilford sub. Number 7 coming in for number 8. Shot going to be deflected and taken outside. Gilford will return with another attempt. For Laconia, they are definitely shoring up their defensive measures over there. The ball will go out of bounds. Gilford throw on that far side. So that's what I mean. Yes, it's another regular season game, and to some teams that are having really bad seasons, they look at it as just another game, and or some teams that are having really good seasons, I should say, look at it as another game because they know that the postseason is where they need to be. But for teams that may not necessarily be having another game, every game means the most because that means that your season, unfortunately, is numbered. So far, these two teams are having somewhat good seasons, from what I understand, if I understand the standings and playoffs at all. So every point matters. You obviously want to win, but for a team like Laconia right now who's trailing, you want to tie or win just to get some sort of points. Gilford brings it down here just outside the 18-yard. Shot taken over the keeper and in there. Goal by Gilford. With 15:15 left here in the second half, or should I say 15:15 left here in the game. Now, some of you might be asking right now, hey, Devin, quick question. If we get a tie game, which right now Gilford's up on Laconia by 2 goals, and right now, as you can see, Gilford doesn't seem to be letting up. But if we get a tie game, what's the protocol in that situation? Now, I think it's up to the teams and the refs because I'm a senior at Belmont, so in the last 3 years now, working on 4 years of filming athletics, I've seen it end in a tie. But I've also seen it go into overtime. I've seen coaches or the game done and done. I think it depends on if the field needs use for another game. Like later in the fall when you have a JV team that needs to play behind the varsity game like we have tonight. If you don't have lights, obviously Laconia has lights, so that time isn't really an issue. But at a field like Belmont or Gilford where we don't have lights, the refs might go, hey, listen, we got to get most of the JV game in as possible. Let's end in a tie. But I did see earlier this year at Belmont, the Belmont boys, I don't remember who they were playing, but it went into double overtime because they tied at the end of regulation time. So to answer your question, if you had that question, right now I'm not sure what happened. Also, though, with 13 minutes left, 4-2, that's really not something I think that either the coaches or the refs have on their mind. Kick going in for Laconia. Shot going to be taken. It will bounce off the post. The keeper was very confident in that, and it literally was a couple inches just outside. I was either really lucky or the keeper's just really good. Really good at knowing where that ball was going to sit. Anyways, Laconia bringing it back up. Oh! Wow. Contact, and contact. I think that should be the name of this game. The contact between Gilford and Laconia. Oof. Anywho. Kick coming out for Gilford. Ooh, and offside's called. Oof. Refs they're not being tough, but the refs are cracking down on it, let me tell you that. Kick coming out for Laconia. Sends it up the line. Shot sent over. Over. Out of bounds. No. Gilford sends it, and it will stay inbounds to the Laconia athlete. Now Gilford will send it up. Gilford grabs it. I'll return the favor. Still clear. Out of bounds, and it'll be Gilford's throw. Couple subs coming in. Can't really tell the names on them, so, or I mean the numbers on them. 25 and 8. Laconia keep will grab it and hold on to it. Gilford trying to do something here. Now ball sends up and out of bounds to be Laconia's possession. 10.5 left here from St. Gymnasium. Well, let me rephrase that. 10.5 left here from James Fitzgerald Field at Laconia High School. Out of bounds. Now the lights are coming on. See, I was wrong earlier. Laconia with the throw in there, going to keep it inbounds, barely on that line. Gilford double teaming her, I should say. But Laconia able to get by. Shot taken off the outside of the net. Couple subs for Gilford coming in and off. Now the kick going to be cleared out by Gilford's keep. Played the line out of bounds. Gilford's error for Laconia's ball. Laconia trying to do something. Fighting so hard. But Gilford is definitely Laconia pushes through there. And he'll go out of bounds off the foot of the Gilford athlete there, number 11. Laconia will keep it in bounds through the legs of the Gilford athlete. Now will dodge the other one, back into the middle, over to number 9, who will send it over to 20. The ball is going to roll. Can she keep it in? She will. And she won't at the end of the end line there. So we'll have a goal kick coming out. Gets through the line. Laconia will try and turn it. Oh! There was an error. Sends it off Laconia's own defender. But now they'll turn it around. Out of bounds, and it will be Gilford's ball with 7 minutes left here. Laconia keep will grab it there. And she'll clear it out to the 40-yard line. Now Laconia with a break on that far side. Looking to cross. Will cross into the 18. Shot on goal, and it will go wide. Goalie will clear it out there. Gilford to the first one to the ball. Now will break through. Laconia trying to turn it around here. And Laconia will let it slowly roll out of bounds on that far side. Gilford brings it up. Now Laconia will clear. It'll go out of bounds by the Gilford bench over there. Gilford tries to take a shot. Another shot. It will go wide off the goal. And I believe we'll have a corner kick here. Here comes the kick from Gilford's number 20. And the keeper easily grabs it there. And she'll clear it out. Here comes Gilford, now back. Outside the 18, crosses, and the Laconia keep grabs it. 4 minutes here. 4 minutes left here. Gilford will knock it out of bounds, giving the possession to Laconia there. Laconia now bringing it across. Out of bounds on that far side now. We'll have a couple Gilford subs coming in. Offsides called by Gilford, or called on Gilford. We'll have the kick going out by Laconia. Here it comes. Kick sent out to the 35-yard line. Ball gonna stay in bounds. Oh! Barely over, but the ref called it. Now Laconia trying to do something. Gilford playing very hard man-to-man defense there. Sends it into the corner. Oh! And there'll be a kick going out with the 2-minute clock stopped. Or the clock stopped at 2 minutes. As I said earlier, in the first half, we now go to the official time, or officials' time. Called clear. Shot going to be taken. It will be wide of the net. You heard the ref there say, yes, yes, yes. basically calling it good for her to be past the line of scrimmage. Kick sent out by Laconia. Gilford will trap it. Brings it back up. Laconia trying to clear it out. It's one more. Down and into the corner. Throw in from Laconia down here. (4-2) the score right now. Gilford on top over Laconia. Ball's going to get sent back. Now down and out of bounds over to the athletic trainer over there. Laconia not giving up without a fight. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be Laconia's throw. Shot taken, it'll go wide. And that's it. There's the full game, folks. Gilford beats Laconia here at Laconia High School 4-2. And as I said earlier, it's all a points game now. Gilford 12, Laconia 13. And Gilford comes out on top. Well, as you can see, another game is coming up next. It's the JV game here from Laconia High School, but we're not covering that. I'm not saying any team's better than another, but I got to get home and do homework. If you're looking for the next thing DP Production Groups will cover, well, I hope you're a race fan, because the NASCAR Storm is coming up here to New Hampshire Motor Speedway this weekend, and as you probably all know, Racing Hotspot is a part of or under the umbrella of DP Production Group. So Racing Hotspot will have full coverage of race weekend this weekend at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. So if you haven't already, go over to Facebook, click on type in Racing Hotspot, hit like, and you'll be in the loop as much as possible this weekend. All right, so once again, thank you all for joining us here for tonight's coverage of Laconia Girls Soccer versus Gilford Girls Soccer. But until we see each other for the next event, which is Racing Hotspot this weekend, but next athletic event, I believe, is next Saturday, September 30th. It will be Laconia's homecoming the second part in our Triple Crown homecoming coverage. It will be on this field, and we'll have field hockey and boys soccer. And, got a lot of exciting things coming up. As you can see to your right, Gilford doing their, I'd like to say victory run, but it's also a cool-down run, as they will get ready to hang out and watch some of the JV game. But until we see each other for our next coverage, whether it's racing or athletic related, I'm Devin Poslesny signing off. Have a good night, everybody. Congratulations once again to Gilford on your win tonight. 4-2 is the final score. Goodbye, everybody.